come on in. Hi, how are you? What's your name? I'm gonna log you in on my computer right over here. Okay. First and last. Is that spelled with an A? Good. Okay. And your birthday? Perfect. And your appointment was for right now, correct? Give me 1 second. Great. Okay. All right. Have a seat. Right there. Good. For the rest of our meeting, I'm going to be working with paper. Is that all right? Good. Thank you. Okay, so I understand you're here for a financial analyst. We're going to be focusing on budgeting. Is that all right? Good. Sit. Okay. All right. Going to get started. Your name one more time. Okay. Seeing as we're working with a budget, today I need to know your income. Do you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly? Great. Okay. And how much do you get paid per paycheck? Good. Wonderful. Just getting that all written down. We are going to work on a monthly budget. Okay? Good. Now, so first things first, we're going to go over housing. How much is your, well, first things first, do you rent, buy, what do you do for where you live? Your housing situation? Okay, rent? And how much is your rent each month? Okay. Ideally, we want your rent to be, I would say about 30% of your income. Anywhere from 25 to 35%. I know that depending on where you live, that might not always be an option. But ideally, you don't want to go above, I would say the highest is like 35, maybe 40% of your income. You definitely don't want a whole half of your income. I would say 30% is pretty good. 33%, even 1/3 of your income go towards rent. Yeah, try and keep it around 30. Okay. Okay, well, we'll come back to that, I guess. Now, transportation. Do you drive? Do you have a car? Do you still make payments on that car? Okay, great. Okay. Well, your car payments and your gas want to be around 10% of your income on both of those things. I guess it depends. Do you work from home or do you commute? Okay. Let me mark that down. Where do you work? Good. Okay. So, okay. Just going to put that down. How far is your commute? Good. Okay. Alright, so So we're aiming for about 10% of your income going towards car payments, going towards gas, of course. You know, sometimes it's cheaper to do transportation via bus pass or train pass. So we want your transportation overall to be about 10%, okay? We don't really want to go higher than that. Now, back to your car. Do you have car insurance? Okay, what is your insurance payout each month? Okay. Okay. What other insurances do you have? Renter's insurance? Okay. Any other insurance? Is your insurance through your work, or do you pay for it yourself? Good. Okay. Am I missing anything on insurance, dental, anything like that? Is this all going through your work? Life. Okay. Yeah. Might need a calculator for that. Don't worry about it. It's okay. All right. I would say insurance should be maybe 10 to 20% of your monthly income should go towards insurance. Okay. All right. And your utilities? Let's go into utilities next. Okay. So, what utilities come with your rent? Let me mark these all down. Go ahead. Is that factored into your rent? Into the price that you gave me earlier for your rent? Okay, great. Okay, and then the other utilities that you don't get through your rent are, yeah. Okay. Do you have cable? Yeah, let's not get into streaming services. I think I'll probably factor that in elsewhere. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so groceries. I assume you don't know off the top of your head what your last grocery bill was, do you? No, don't worry. Of course. Okay, well, with your grocery bill, we want to aim, once again, for 10 to 20%. Utilities, we want to aim 10 to 15%. All of this is going to be relevant to the bills you're already paying. So, grocery, we'll try and be aiming for 10 to 20%. Do you have a grocery store you shop at frequently? Yeah, well, sometimes you can or can't afford, certain things. For example, Aldi is going to be a lot cheaper than Whole Foods, and you do need to take into account where you're shopping. Okay, let's get into savings. I think it's very important to have a rainy day fund set up. Do you have a rainy day fund set up? Okay, what percentage of your income should be going towards a rainy day fund, towards savings in general? I would say at least 5%. We're going to aim for 10%. You can't get up there, but we're going to aim to 5% going to savings. So you said you do have a rainy day fund already? Okay. How many months roughly do you think that would cover if something were to happen? Ideally, you want 6 months or more set up in savings in case something were to happen. Okay, well, Don't worry, it can all be worked on, especially once you've established building up savings every month, okay? Now, the last category I have down here, it's just an etc. category. Do you understand what I mean by that? So by etc., I mean, this means your fun money. This means things you don't think about, like small household expenses. Say you need a new toothbrush, you need a new plunger, you need clothing is one. You might not be buying clothes every month, but say your socks all have holes in them, you will need to be spending money on clothes. And then this includes stuff like recreational activities, tickets to the movies, going out to eat, unless of course you can fit that into your grocery budget. Would kind of depend, okay? So, would you give me a rough number of how many times you go out to eat? Let's do just in a week, and then we'll multiply it times 4. Okay? Okay. And obviously the pandemic has messed up how often you're spending money on recreational activities. But as things start to become normal again, that will be an expense you need to look out for. Okay, great. This includes buying things for fun. Say you buy video games or, any sort of item that you buy for fun, some sort of collectible, whatever it is. All of that is included in this last general excess category, and everything combined, I would say, should be around 10% of your income. Okay? Let me turn to a new page. And I'm just going to take a minute to write down some of this information that you've already given me, stuff that I haven't written down yet, okay? If you would just hold still right there. Just sit for a moment while I do this, okay? Good. And then, so rough outline what we're thinking, right? Household expenses, not household expenses, homing expenses, where you live, your rent, essentially. We're thinking about 30%, all right? That's our ideal. Okay. Next, we're gonna go with your utilities. We're gonna go with 10%. Okay. Your insurance. Let me turn back and see what you had. Okay. Let's go with 15%, okay? 15% of your income to insurance. 15, another 15 to groceries, I think. I'm trying to factor in eating out. You understand? And then transportation at 10%. Okay. Am I missing? Or what did we talk about? Savings, of course. We're gonna go for 10% on the savings. Okay? And then the last category, I'm just going to label ECT for etc. But we did discuss what that meant. Okay. And that's going to be your last 10%. I believe that would be correct. Give me just a moment. Yep. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. So your housing situation, we're looking at 30% of your monthly income, okay? Utilities at 10%, insurance at 15%, groceries at 15%, transportation at 10%, savings at 10%, and etc. cost at 10%. If you can get your groceries down to 10%, then you can get your fun purchases to 15%. Okay, well, that looks like what we're doing. I've got a few more questions for you. Make sure there's nothing else I'm not taking into account with your current financial situation. Are there any bills that I missed? Any monthly medical bills you're paying? Anything big that would severely impact this budget that I've laid out to you right now? Any questions, comments, concerns of any kind that I can jot down right here, okay? Okay. And your income for your household, is that solely your own? Going towards these bills like housing and utilities and insurance? Do you live with people? Okay. Let me mark that. Okay. Okay, I think I've got that all down. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to close this up just for now, if that's all right. Okay. Let me explain to you what I'm going to do. Listen closely. I'm going to put your email into our computer system. I'm going to make this a PDF file and email it to you. It will come with a few charts on what you should be spending things on. There will be additional financial tips in the email. So everything that we've gone over today, the budget that I've already formulated, will be in there. I'm going to do some math on the numbers that you gave me, the income you've given me, and some of the bills that we spoke about, such as your utilities and rent and insurance and those sort of things. I'm going to factor that all in and give you a budget that has actual numbers you need to be staying under for each category. Do you think you could understand that? Good. Okay. Well, that is what I'm going to be doing, so let me go ahead and get your email in the system. And so when that's finished, it will be sent your way. Do you understand? Great. Set that down. And I think we had a fairly successful meeting today. Let me go ahead and go back to your file. An email is the best way to reach you, correct? I could have it printed and mailed to you, but probably better in your computer, don't you agree? Wonderful. Okay, now give me that email. And in case anything goes wrong, or I have any questions for any reason, could I have a secondary form of contact with you, such as a phone number? Okay. And are you fine with phone calls, text messages, one or both? Okay. Let me put in a little bit more information about our meeting today and how it went. Sort of things that we did. Should take just a minute or two, okay? Sit tight. Okay. I think that is all I'll be needing you here for today. Thank you for coming and meeting with me, and you will be billed, of course. All right, you have a good